So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching everybody out here to have aim like me, aka perfect aim, because I'm crazy at this game. And let's just get right into it. Tip number 1, a good warm-up. A good warm-up is essential if you want to have good aim. You can't just go into the game without any warm-up and expect to hit all your shots. So a good warm-up I like to do is I go into shooting range, and I will just go like this and track their heads for a while. I do this for about 5 minutes, and then I'll start side strafing, make it a bit harder. Do that for another 5 minutes. And then I'll also just shoot the targets for 5 minutes. You don't get too much practice with shooting once or twice. You're going to shoot it as far away. Okay, so that's also a good warm-up. Or you could go into aim labs and do a few scenarios. My favorites are the ones where if you're not tracking them, they'll turn red, because that can really help your smoothness. Grid shot does not help. Okay, number 2, scoping in more. Scoping in more can be super helpful. If you notice in almost all of my montages, I'll show a clip on the screen real quick. I'm always scoping in pretty much. This is because my bad, I'm tired. This is because it's almost 50% accuracy if you're shooting just without scoping. You get a full 100% accuracy when you're scoping. Okay, so let's see what the accuracy you get whenever you're not scoping. Look at that bullet spread, it's just all spread out. Now look what happens when you ADS. Look at that, it's a perfect circle. That one helps a lot. Now moving on to mirroring movement. Mirroring movement can also be very helpful. Mirroring movement is whenever you go over, you're fighting your opponent, and you just mirror their movement. It's like, if this dummy goes right, I'm gonna go right. It'll basically stop you from even really having to aim. If he goes right there, I'm gonna go right there. You see me? You just want to copy their movement. Put a clip up on the screen real quick. Okay, on to the next tip. The next tip. You have to realize that everything has a certain movement speed. I know that this dummy, unless it's really jumping, can only move a certain speed if this is a real player. So I know that I can just track that. And then I know if you're A jumping, I know that you can't move any faster than what the normal A jumps do. It's say this dummy just starts moving, just start doing he just starts doing this. I know the speed of this, so I know how far to move my mouse. I would just do this in the situation, and he's dead. Okay, another tip is you need to have hand-eye coordination. I know a lot of people are just saying, well, if you have the perfect sentence that fits you and makes you feel fine, you'll just become a god. That's not right at all. You have to have hand-eye coordination. You know that if you move your mouse about 2 centimeters, there's centimeter 360, but I'm not going to get all into that. I know if I move my mouse 2 centimeters, it's going to move to this target. I know if I move my mouse about 4 centimeters, it's going to move to this target. So it's basically just easy like that. It's super easy. I know how far I have to move my mouse to get onto the target. Same with controller people. You know how much you have to. can just see the letters there, so I can do that. But you always just want to like see. I know from here the trash can's right here, so now I know I'm gonna put my crosshair on it through the wall. You want to have great crosshair placement. A lot of people don't talk about this. So a lot of people say it's just only good for Valorant, but it's really good for Rivals too. Like, say somebody is